Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by hills and meadows, there was a young woman named Emily. She was a beautiful soul, her blue eyes shining like the sky, and her golden hair catching the light like rays of sunshine. Emily was just 20 years old, yet her heart held dreams as vast as the world. She lived with her family, who, though not wealthy, shared a life of love and contentment. Their small home was filled with warmth, laughter, and the aroma of her mother's cooking. Emily's greatest joy was reading. Her books allowed her to escape the constraints of her small village, fueling her dreams of adventure and perhaps even a life where she could make a difference. Despite her family's humble means, Emily's spirit remained rich with hope and optimism. One warm afternoon, as Emily wandered through the village market, her path crossed with a young man named John. John was tall, with dark hair and a gentle smile that made her heart skip a beat. Unlike Emily, John came from a wealthy family. His parents owned lands and lived in a grand house on the hill. Yet, he too longed for something beyond the life mapped out for him. They talked for hours, finding comfort in each other's dreams, and soon they became friends. Emily and John spent countless days exploring the fields and walking by the river, sharing stories and laughter. John confided his hope of one day living on his own terms, free from his family's expectations, while Emily revealed her wish for a life that was meaningful and true. Friendship blossomed into love, and under a starlit sky, John asked Emily to be his forever. Overwhelmed with joy, Emily accepted. They dreamed of a future together, but happiness was short-lived. When John's parents discovered their relationship, they were outraged. They couldn't accept a poor girl like Emily as part of their family. His mother sternly told him, "John, this girl is not suitable for you. She does not belong to our world." His father insisted, "You must marry someone who can uphold our family's honor." Despite his pleas, his parents were unyielding. When Emily learned of their disapproval, her heart broke. She loved John deeply, but feared being the cause of his family's resentment. In an act of selflessness, she told John, "Maybe it's better if we don't marry. I don't want to come between you and your family." But John, determined, said, "Emily, my heart belongs to you. We'll find a way." Days turned to weeks, and John tried his best to change his parents' minds, but they would not relent. Emily's family, too, grew concerned. Her mother gently advised her, "We want you to be happy, but love is sometimes not enough." Heartbroken, Emily spent countless nights wrestling with her emotions. Finally, she decided to meet John to say goodbye. As they met by the river, Emily said, "John, I love you more than words can say, but I don't want to be a burden on your life." Tears filled John's eyes as he whispered, "Emily, my heart will always be yours." They hugged, both hearts breaking as they knew this was farewell. Emily tried to move on, pouring her love into helping her family and neighbors. She became known throughout the village for her kindness, admired for her strength and grace. John, meanwhile, worked in his family's business, yet the memory of Emily remained etched in his heart. Then, years later, a tragedy struck Emily's family. Her father fell gravely ill. Desperate to save him, Emily worked tirelessly, but her resources were limited. When John heard of her family's plight, he didn't hesitate to help. He brought medicine and food to her home and spent time at her father's bedside. Emily was deeply touched by John's kindness, and their bond, though wounded by time, began to heal. As Emily's father slowly recovered, she and John found themselves spending time together again. They rekindled the friendship they once cherished, supporting each other in the small ways they could. But deep down, Both still felt the love that had never faded. Eventually, John left for the city to pursue a new life, determined to make a name for himself beyond his family's wealth. Though he was far away, he and Emily exchanged letters, sharing their hopes, dreams, and the details of their daily lives. Through these letters, they found solace in each other's words, their connection unbroken by distance. Years passed, and John became successful. Independent from his family's wealth, he realized he was finally free to make his own choices. One day, filled with a newfound sense of purpose, he decided to return to the village. He wanted to see Emily and tell her he was ready to fight for their love. As he approached her home, he felt his heart race. When Emily opened the door, their eyes met, and it was as if time had stood still. With a steady voice, John told her, "Emily, my life is now my own. I still love you and want to be with you." Emily, deeply moved, replied, "John, I love you too, but I don't want you to lose your family." But John assured her, "Emily, I've waited too long. Life is too short to be apart from the one you love." Finally, they decided to marry, knowing they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way. With a simple, heartfelt ceremony attended by friends and Emily's family, they pledged their lives to one another. Although John's parents chose not to attend, the couple's love was unwavering. They moved to the city and built a life together, facing every hardship with resilience. Over time, they became a symbol of true love in their community, admired for their commitment to one another. Years passed, and they found joy in raising a family. They taught their children values of kindness, courage, and integrity. Though their journey was marked by struggle and sacrifice, they knew their love had made them stronger and more compassionate. As the years turned to decades, Emily and John grew old together, cherishing every moment. They looked back on their life with pride, grateful for the love that had carried them through even the hardest of times. Their love story became a legend in the village, inspiring generations with the message that true love, though tested, could overcome anything. And so, Emily and John lived the rest of their days in love and peace, grateful for each other and the life they had built. In their hearts, they knew that true love was timeless, giving their lives meaning and joy until the very end.